is if it goes to 260 and then immediately starts back up, even if it breaks 287 here, right? Right, this congestion area right here, if it hits that, then they're buying it. And who would be buying it? The traders who went short up here. Obviously, people went short and they've got good profits. So, well, what? There, it just broke. Just broke down. It's at 259. And you could draw a trend line here too, guys. Here, do the same way. If it breaks that trend line up, market's going to go back up. And then I'll do the numbers for you. Well, now it's working. Definitely working. The short is working. No fake out breakout.
I am definitely short too.
Good job, coach. All right, let me do the numbers. I will be back.
All right. How are we doing this morning, guys? All right, Robert, done for the day. Let's see if I can fire my gong up for you, Robert. Done for the day. Love it. Hey, Fish. I am short as well, Glenn. Where'd you get in at? Give me your entry price. I'll give you a power exit point. 259. 259. Oh, I was in quite a bit out of you. 259. You should be flat. You should be flat. Should have taken profit already. Hopefully you took profit, Glenn. $259 for you as well. I mean, it depends on your risk level. So honestly, you could have taken profit on one and still have one maybe a little bit behind break even. If you're really convinced that this is going to continue down, then when the new low is made, move your stop 2 ticks into profit. Let the new low be made. Just keep creeping your stop down. It's a big stop you had to have to begin with here. So I'd let a new low be made now and then move my stop down a couple ticks into profit. Plain and simple. You guys good with that? Good. No, Coho. Not everyone uses 25-point stop losses. We just have you start with that so that you can have a catastrophe stop, if you will. We actually in the video it says that because we want you to start practicing on sim the entries first, and then once you have gotten a couple of entries that you're pretty good at, and you've talked to a coach, you've done a trade review, then we adjust that. Some people don't even use ATMs. I typically start with like a 40-point stop, but I move that accordingly every single trade. So everybody's going to have a little different take on it. Some people still stick with that ATM. It was never intended for that ATM to be the end all be all for people, but some people still stick with it and get good results. I know Tim still uses it, and he's at about an 85% win rate, and he does really well with it. So it just depends on what kind of trader you'll end up being, and we don't know that until after we do some trade reviews with you. Make sense, Coho? There's your overwinded, over-explained definition here. Hey, those of you on trial, a couple people just showed up on trial, guys. We've added an orientation video for you guys. So at some point today, on the main login page, you're going to want to click on that orientation video and take a look at that. It's going to give you a rundown of what you get, how you do things when you get here. We've been given disclaimers, and we're just getting so many new trial people showing up every day that's easier to refer you to a video on the website. The short answer is during your trial, make sure to pay attention and ask questions, take notes, schedule a coaching call with your coach. And then once you become a member, you'll get access to all of our basic training videos, trade setups, the whole 9 yards. So schedule a call with your coach while you're on trial with a coach. I don't care who it is. Schedule a call with a coach and let's go from there. All right, guys. Well, good morning so far. We've had a great morning, so let's keep it that way. Let's keep our green. Those of you who are short, I got short back here, guys, close to the first touch rule area. So I've been holding on to that. Don't know about you guys. Yeah, Tara's pretty awesome.
Hey guys, we're still doing our numbers. Right now we do have 29099 as support or buying area. And we have 29544 for resistance or our selling area. Thank you, Mike. $261 got the Larry Williams reversal.
Larry Williams.
Good old Larry. Oops, trade.
Oops. Yeah, Hugo and his counter trends. Oops, long. Guys, we'll have the numbers ready here in just a minute. Again, if you're not already in a trade, I'm still trailing short on the one that I'm in for a few minutes. We only have about 17 minutes till the open, so might catch another one before the open, but maybe we'll just probably relax. Got a lot of people in the room. People are participating actually. Trying to learn a new language. All right, guys, let's get ready for the open. Make sure to have your plans. If you don't have a plan written down, you should already have a plan written down. I got a couple questions recently about getting coachings scheduled. Guys, I told you guys, I've been preaching this over and over. If you're in pro or elite and you want a trade review, if you're an elite, you want a coaching scheduled, and you don't have your trade log completed, what do you think the answer is going to be? No, that's right. Look at Glenn say. Yeah, we are definitely looking for shorts now. All three are down. It's on the main website under how to log your trades. Download the trade log form spreadsheet and start to complete it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we've posted our numbers. Please write
Oh
them.
yeah,
Where?
absolutely. Sorry about that, Coach. Go ahead.
No problem. Just be aware of a couple of things. The FOMC minutes are not the same as the Fed announcement, but they go over the last meeting, the minutes of the meeting. That's again, if you're trading before 2:00, we come back from lunch. Just be aware of that. If you have a position on, 5 minutes to 2, you might want to really tighten up a stop, etc. The volatility, we're looking at 205 points. So the market could either, we're expecting sometime after the open, the market will have a swing point up or down of 205 points. Last thing, with the consolidation yesterday, in other words, the market had a high and a low way outside the range, and then it came down in the middle. For today, trade log, what's that? What we're looking for today is a 30-minute breakout range, meaning after 9:30 to 10 o'clock, we're looking to take a breakout of that. That's all I have to say. Otherwise, let's have an amazing day. I'm pretty much done for cash, but obviously still will be looking for trades, trying to help you guys learn the setups. As Coach said, take a trading log, your plan, and let's make some money. Let's be amazed.
Drew, we can do that on the trade log. We can get Wilbur or somebody to meet with you on the trade log. Did you watch a video? There's a video about completing the trade log. Drew.
I don't know if anyone took this 261 buy stop as a long position. On the sim, I did. As you can see here, took one off, got a trailing stop of 272. Why? Because, well, the market broke a low, right? It broke below low. It didn't continue down. And by that time, people who were short down at 210 or so, they're losing money now. Now they've got to cover as the market sort of approaches the daily pivot. So you have a stop there, you move it up, 274. And that's called the Larry Williams oops trade. If anyone took it. Brad, you took it? Good job. Just keep moving the stop up now. A lot of times it'll blast right back through that pivot again. The pivot is resistance. So it's pushing against it now, pushing against it. So if you're still long, take one off here at that 87. And that's how you catch those reversals. And believe it or not, it goes above the pivot. The trend is up again. That's what we're talking about yesterday. It was crazy. Well, Glenn, what you want to do is we're going to be opening 9:20. You still could probably do that with the first touch rule. After 9:30, no trading for the first 6 minutes. Actually, my preferred market that I started on, David, was the S&P. The easier market and the least expensive to trade is the YM. So I guess the question is, if you set up a fruit stand and your supplier can give you something cheaper, you trade. But the other reason is my mentors taught me, and they were rich and I was poor, and they happened to trade the YM. But we could put gold, silver, and the first markets I actually traded, David, were pork bellies. Really, the first actual trade I ever took to do a trade was pork bellies. They no longer have that. It used to be bacon futures, and I did it when I was a cop. A guy was reading, the sergeant is, you're processing an arrest, right? All right, where do you want me to put him? And the guy goes, hold on a second. He's reading the Wall Street Journal. That's how I got into trading, by the way, guys. And I'm like, why is he reading the Wall Street Journal? He should be reading something else. There were two things that you could read if you were assigned desk duty. The Newsday, which is the local paper in Long Island, the Wall Street, not the Wall Street Journal. He brought his own. That was the amazing thing. And dirty magazines. There were more dirty magazines than like police reports and all that. And everybody had them in cars. It was kind of gross. And you wonder, all these married guys carrying these dirty magazines around, and they're all, hey, look at this, hey, look. Anyway, he's reading the Wall Street Journal and he's waving me off. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, oh, yeah, right. And he's pounding the thing, pork bellies up the limit, man. And pork bellies, what the heck? And, this is Suffolk County. What's he doing trading pork bellies? And he said, no, it's bacon. I go, how you can make money trading bacon? It's up 2 cents. I said, so in my refrigerator, I'm up 2 cents. He goes, no. They trade 38,000 pounds of this. So I'm looking at this. Remember, I was an accounting major. We never had trading in school. So he's giving me this whole thing on futures and the leverage. And I was hooked.
And that's how cops started to get called pigs.
Yeah, right. It was so old. Right. It was 10 years after, really.
That's the story of why you call cops
1976. 19 pigs. Yeah, it was funny. You're welcome, David. Actually, in 1968, I got arrested. I didn't call a cop a pig, but I said that's why college students called cops pigs. In Dade County, Florida, I was arrested.
My friends that are cops, I call them pigs, just mess around.
Yeah, I didn't call the guy a pig because he was, you know that story. I'm not going to go into it, but, and I said, you know what? I said, that attitude, and I told him, and I was 18 years old, and I said, listen, I want to be a police officer one day, but I would never have that. It was a racial remark. And I said, I would never have this kind of racist remark. I said, how are you you're going to alienate yourself to people? And he said, it's none of your business, blah, blah, blah. You come from New York, you guys are troublemakers. And I wasn't. I was a complainant against 3 kids who burglarized our hotel, Fort Lauderdale. Spring break.
Spring break.
Yeah.
Where do kids go for spring break these days?
No, they go to Panama City, right? Yeah.
It was kind of like like the early 2000s thing was Panama. I think
yeah.
They all go to I think Cozumel now, or
I know, yeah, that moment.
Or Bahamas.
Well, I asked one of the sheriffs here, I said, what happens in spring break? He says, this is destined. He says, it's not like Panama City. He says, he arrested a kid for drunk driving. The father sent the butler to bail the kid out. So they come out in this limo, and the kid walks out. It's not the same, they're not carrying guns or anything else like that. He's no, it's a little different than in other places.
Just a little different.
Yeah. Dad, I've been arrested. Oh, okay. We'll send Jeeves down with the bail. How much is the bail? $200.
I know. Back when I mean, in my 40s, obviously, but in high school, we did the whole Panama City spring break, Redneck Riviera.
Yep. Yeah.
I had a blast with that.
Still called that. Yep.
Redneck Riviera.
You know how many plates you see from either Alabama, Georgia? Why go down south to Florida? I mean, if it's
spent many a nights in the Floribama.
Beaches. Yeah.
The Floribama, before they built it into this nice little 2-story bar.
Yeah.
I was at the Floribama. I don't know if it's nice. I retract that part of the
I think they have one dive bar left here, and that's like an oyster bar. Like it's half a boat and half of a pier. Now it's like sort of melded together. It's right where near where Dewey Destin's is on the left side.
You tell me about that. I love dive bars.
And it's not too far from the donut hole across the Gulf side.
Are you kidding, Paul? I shot the hooch even as an adult. Both the moonshine and the Chattahoochee. Elbow Room, Stuart. I've been to Elbow Room in Fort Lauderdale. I have been there.
The craziest characters are the guys who, when I was in the broker program, my roommate came from, it was like Greenbow, Alabama, somewhere, a farm. And he was in the broker program. Man, could this kid drink? I mean, it was unbelievable.
There's nothing else to do there.
Yeah. And it's like, he came into, here we're talking the bond, we're going to have a bond lecture. So we're on Wall Street, right? And he's blasted. And he's singing in the back. He became a very successful broker. Cleve Epley. I'll never forget him.
Cleve.
Cleve. Yeah. I said, what's your real name? Cleve. And he's like, okay.
Not Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't know. His father was born in Cleveland or something. I don't know.
Cleve.
Yeah.
That's an old country name.
Yeah.
Cleve. I used to have a guy that cut my hair named Cleve. Cleve.
Be a great character though that would be a great situation comedy. Some guy grew up on a farm somewhere and now he's a Wall Street stockbroker.
His name's Cleve.
Yeah.
Everybody's got the numbers. Everybody's ready to go.
Guys, we got
1
minute
left. Evidently, I'm going to have to do the Crable trade this morning.
Yeah, we're looking for that first half hour breakout, guys. And you never know which direction it's going to be, up or down. It's up to Mr. Market.
Yeah, 3 days in a row. I'm starting in the same spot. Make sure, those of you showing up on trial, make sure to watch your orientation video in your trial page. Log into the main website, watch your orientation video, please. While you're on trial with us, if you're going to trade, do it in sim. Don't do it in cash. Do it in sim. Do it in paper trading, whatever you want to do. Best idea, first day here, take notes. Ask questions. Participate like David Elliott is. Good job, David.
Good job, David.
Participate. And
we are open for business.
Hey, here we go. Rock and roll. Obviously, I'm still short. I'm still trailing, Coach.
You got it. Wild. Yep. And we ran right up to first touch rule.
pivot, bounce, M, all kinds of little things there on the open.
Clean up this chart.
Those of you with permission to trade and did take that short, make sure to trail your stops now. Lock in profits. If you don't know if you have permission to trade within the first 6 minutes, then you are not allowed to trade in the first 6 minutes. New people, those of you newer, we wait 6 minutes to let the institutions kind of battle it out before jumping in and making irrational decisions. Sound about right, Coach?
Yeah, it certainly does.
Yep. And I do know that there's one of you guys that knows our good friend, Mr. Mike Minosa. Prepare to be amazed. We are short now. You guys only have a few minutes. 6 minutes goes by fast, guys. I'm telling you. I think I've been tracking this, Coach. I think we've only had like 3 days in 2 months that we haven't had a trade within the first couple of minutes after that 6 minutes, between the 6 and 8 minute mark. 3 days. So odds are in your favor that 6 minutes is up. You will be able to get a trade. Just trailing. Is anybody with permission to trade using this short right now? Trailing.
I have permission and I am, but I'm on sim only. I'm done cash, but right now I'm just lowering the stop to right above this swing point right here.
That would be a prudent spot.
Anyone who did that first touch rule, this is called the first touch rule. You should have good profits
Fred.
already. Keep those greens, and you can lower your stop to about like 240. If we make a new low, this will become your new swing point.
Bingo. Keep those greens, including your collard greens, guys. You can throw out mustard greens. Those things suck. Who eats mustard greens?
Good job, Fred.
Good job.
And the rest of you, there will be high stochastic readings. There'll be swing points. You have a whole day ahead of you. You're not missing anything.
Whole day.
You can cover some more here. If you have more than one, cover it on this Stochastic buy signal. So it's a good place to like at least take one off. Cover one trade right here, 184.
Two more minutes,
roughly where
guys.
Stokasa issued a buy signal. Now remember, buying would be counter trend, so you don't do that. Certainly in the first 6 minutes, you don't trade counter trend. But if you're using Stokasa as a good stop management system, it's not a bad idea, right? To take some and then tighten your stops. You can see it's starting to push back up a little bit. You'll always get another shot at a trade. Still the 6 minutes, not yet in effect.
Did start low.
Stokasa got a 40-point move up already, right? Pretty cool. Right, Coach? One evening, you let the whole thing run, buying and selling. You just put it both ways and it made money overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah.
I would not suggest doing that every night.
No.
But if the conditions are right.
And it's going to be unemotional. That's the cool thing about it. I mean, it's if the thing goes 30 points against you, it's going to get you out. It's not going to sit there and second guess the trade and wish that it did more. It's going to sit there and This one actually worked. This long signal actually worked very well. Isn't that wild, guys? Goes right through that first touch roll, huh? Yeah. Well, we talked about it. Two-way trading, right? Yeah, I mean, the Sakasa, the one thing you can emulate Sakasa, at least, you know what, Coho? With the stop management. If you decide in advance, hey, the market, right now we're in there 40 points in average true range. If you decide, hey, I want to trade every trade with 40-point stop or 30-point stop or 25-point stop, when should you decide on your stop level? While you're in a trade or before you ever start trading? Before you start, right? Yeah. And then that will stick it in there and you won't, be worrying about it. So let's say you went short near the bottom. Hey, you'd be out 30 points. That little Sakasa there.
That would be the worst thing to happen.
Point winner. Yeah, amazing, huh? Well, now we can wait. And anyone who waited 6 minutes, now you have an opportunity to see how high this thing is going to go before reversing back down. That's kind of an amazing reversal, right?
It is.
Yeah, I took it on a sim. I'm trading only sim right now. I mean, we had a huge winner. Huge winner on the open. And I'm not going to give back that green. So what, you heard that? I guess that's a Casa sell signal now.
Which I am still going to wait.
Yeah, this thing's flying. Is anyone long right now? If you're long, Mike, I would, I'm just looking at the tape here. I would put a 338 sell stop. Killer B, 338. And go flat. Good job, Team Slayton.
Probably a pretty good sell signal, Coach.
Yep.
Nice job,
338 is a great place to go short. It was a great place to get out of the long. Great place to initiate a short trade.
Good job, guys. Done for the day already. Love it. Here's your gong.
Love it.
Done for the day. Spencer's done for the day.
Great day. Great day, guys.
Good job. Isn't it great when you can be done for the day before 10 a.m.?
I am doing my charts in a second. Your next target on this short is 316.
316. There it is, guys. Move your stops down. Who's short with me? Who is short with me? Nice job, guys. All right. Profitable Chad, Anthony, Bill, David Elliott, Paul, Claude, Fish. But you're all in money now. Move your stops down. Take profits. Scott, look at that. Everybody. All right. You guys are getting this. I like it. I'm proud of this group, Coach. They listen, take notes, start following along, look for sound principles. I like it. Lock in profits, guys. Lock in profits. I am now 2 ticks in a profit on one contract. I've got one that's a little bit more aggressive. $338. Stop. Think that's good, Coach? 338. Locks in some ticks. There you go. Flat. Good little trade, guys. Good job, everybody. All of you guys took profits on that one, right? Good deal. Good deal. Everybody took profits on it. Now just relax. Let's just be patient now. Let's just be patient. We're officially in an uptrend. Could be a bigger M forming here, guys. If you want to look at that. Momentum is turning up. And we're officially in an uptrend ever so slightly. Those of you who took the long signal, I did not. Coach has a 377 sell stop. Guess we're trying to flush out all the shorts from earlier, Coach. Yep, we were looking for another short there. I mean, we're so close. We were so close at that point to neutral that a short was okay. Even a long was okay. We're so close to the trend bouncing up and down that, I mean, obviously we're getting down close to first touch rule territory.
344 target hit.
Nice.
377 sell stop, one left, 334.
Anybody jump in that short?
The 377 sell stop. 10 ticks, Glenn. You could have
Good job,
gotten
Glenn.
30 ticks, 40 ticks here. 334 final target or next target, right, for the first touch roll area. 334. Close it out. Good job, David. I'm flat.
Good job, David. Trail your stop, guys. Trail
Pretty
your stop.
soon, Glenn, like next week, we want you with 2 contracts so you could take the first target off, lower your stop on the second for the runner. Because if you always think of it this way, if you always take one contract, 10 ticks, and you're using a 25-point stop, you're going to have to be right, close to 80% of the time just to break even.
Unless you get a runner.
Yeah, right. And you can't get a runner if you're always taking a 10-point profit, right?
On one
So
contract.
you've actually wiped out the possibility of a runner, and
that's why we do it that way, guys.
Yep. So yeah, I want you to start with 2 contracts.
All right, my last one.
Good job, Coach.
My last one's at 372 now.
Yeah, lock in a profit.
Locked in profits. Last contract 372. Glenn, if your account size says that you can only do one mini, you should probably do multiple micros. Would be the idea behind that, I would think.
Yep.
Yeah, but we do suggest using multiple contracts so you can lock in a profit. If you look at it from this thought process, and many of our traders have over an 80% win rate. Think about it from that standpoint. The 10 tick profit and flats pay for your commissions, pay for your stop losses, and those 1 or 2 runners you get in there are the ones where you make a payday. Am I far off from that, Coach? Does that sound about right?
That's right on. And some of you guys, you ask about the tick boom trade. For now, that would be a high tick read. As soon as the market breaks above, that 0 level, that's a buy program. When the buy program is over, then you can short it and cover on low ticks. So the tick indicator is right here. So watch that.
Yeah, David, you might want to take that third target off and just trail your stop on the third one.
Yeah.
That way, if your third target's 50 and we get a 100-point runner, well, that doesn't really help.
Exactly.
Does that make sense, David?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, that's okay. You can always trail to get 100 points too, but that's fine.
Here come your ticks, just trying to break above zero right now. Didn't quite make it. I mean, hit the zero level, but didn't push up.
Wants to go down.
Hard to believe you've only been trading 21 minutes.
Well, some of us started earlier.
Yeah, oh yeah. Some of you guys were done like in the first 20 minutes, right after the report. Robert's done in cash, right? I think. Robert's
yeah.
Gone. Yeah. Mr. Roberts. There he is.
Yeah. And again, keep in mind that those of you on trial, we are trying to be patient traders. We do wait for high probability trade setups. For instance, those of you who are on the long side, Coach, they could even be looking at maybe a little W trade here. I would think, right?
Yeah.
Or first touch rule W. The ticks not being able to get above zero is the thing that scares me about taking another long right here. I don't know. I could be way off, Coach.
You know, again, what we're saying, the 30-minute opening range, not a bad idea, right? To do a 30-minute chart. I'll show you what we talk about.
The old Crable.
Yeah. Here you can let me get the chart trader thing out of the way. This is a 30-minute bar. This is the low. This is the high. You got a pretty wild range for 30 minutes. And the 30-minute trade basically says, like right before 10 o'clock, because it's the 9:30 to 10 o'clock, this is the opening numbers right from here, right when the market opened. There's your low, there's your high. The market says whichever way it breaks out of this 30-minute range, that will be the next direction for the next 30 minutes. Of course, it's kind of scary, right? Putting a sell stopper below there, 177, and a buy stop at 433. Wow. Hi, Misty. Oh, we wish you well.
Misty, hey.
And remember, the next bar on the 60-minute could be pulling the 60-minute trend down. You're going to need that at least, or below the daily pivot, to get the trend back down. Right now, the trend is technically up. It's above. So really, the first thing that can move is the pivot, right? Everybody understand that? It's good. It's harder to pull a 60-minute trend down because you need 5 hours of trading below the 20 period moving average, 5 hours. But for the pivot, it's pretty quick. It's one tick below the pivot, technically sends you into a downtrend. The 15-minute is kind of crazy because we're trading between the two ranges, two moving averages. So that's why the 30-minute breakout range is actually pretty good definition. What do we know? We know where the institutions are buying, where they're selling right now, right? Where are they buying? Around 177. It didn't get anywhere near 29,099. That's the second area. Yeah, exactly, Coach. Coach is saying, he says, yeah, be aware. There's two. Oh, he reminded me. He said, two institutions are fighting, at least. We know two of them, right? Somebody's shorting near the high and somebody's buying near the low. By the way, today is Wednesday. Wednesday night, I wrote this down last week. We're going to cover how to trade the institutional buying and selling areas. So you people who signed up for your course,
Ooh, elite people get some treats today.
yep, this will be elite room members. We'll teach you how to trade like the institutions.
Yeah, if you guys haven't downloaded the app, there's a link on the website. Download the app. And there is your W long.
There's a W, yeah, W right there.
I pointed
It's
out
called a
like
W, people.
10 minutes ago, guys, that a W could be forming. Did
Mhm.
anybody take the W long? Anybody do that? Only pointed out like 10 minutes ago. Oh, look at you guys. You guys listen. Good. Take profits. Take some profits. Move your stops up. Good job, guys. Look at these guys, coach. They listen.
I did it in cash too. Oh, I've been watching all these sim trades and it's ridiculous. Let me do one at least. But no, that was a good one.
I knew you were done. You switched to micros, didn't you? You did your contract.
Raise your stop now.
There's no way. I've known you for a while. There's no way you've done your cash after.
Well, no, it was a logical way to get in. The rest of this is chop, but somebody's buying down here and somebody's selling. And when the selling stopped, the market turned around. So a W you could have entered right there, right? You could enter on a little break. Do you see this high right here? 73. You could have put a buy stop right there at 374. That would be right one tick above the high. As if it's a W, in other words, a top. So you see this resistance right here? Like, what would indicate a W? Well, first of all, you need support. Where's support? Well, you could say it's 318, right? Now, you could take the first 15 range buy, like good old Sakasa gave a buy signal here. But what if you didn't want to take Sakasa? Then you say, well, let's see. If Sakasa breaks this high, that's a W. So Sakasa long here. That's why we like Sakasa.
Get you in earlier.
Get you in earlier. But even if you didn't do that, you can say, all right, I don't know. Sakasa might screw this one up. I'll wait and see if these guys are trapped. So does that make sense?
Coach
pointed that out a while back. Your choice. Look at it go.
Fish is done for the day. Give them guys trade stops. Good job, Fish. Yeah, we refer to it actually, Glenn, as the first and second leg. Guys, move your stops up. You guys are still long on that W trade. Those of you that took it, move your stops up. Coach, I think 391 is a good one.
Yeah.
391.
And then maybe you get a Crable trade.
Locks in some profits.
Crable.
Here's your Crable long. Coming right up. Move your stops up some guys. Who's still in long? I use 1 minute on my tick chart, but I mean, I think there's people who. I'm just being patient, being a good little boy. I
Yeah.
haven't done any of these long trades. What is wrong
Yeah.
with me? Being patient this morning, guys.
Next resistance is about 453. Is there anybody still long?
Good job, Chad. It was close. Raise your stop, Kamisha. Looks like 400 is a good spot now. Right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
400 will be a good spot. Got it, Kamisha?
453 is our next target on this Crable breakout. 30-minute opening range breakout. Raise your stops, please, please. Everybody's long, right?
The ATR is high.
Yep. Order filled.
Either take your profits, Kamisha, or squeeze your stop up now. Squeeze it up.
Yep.
Get it up a little closer. I'm going to say like 420, 419.
Yeah, I'm still keeping mine right now at 399.
Oh, sorry, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, Kamisha, follow Coach. Good job, Brad. See you later, Brad.
I did take one off at 53. So this is a free ride, guys. Nothing can happen bad.
Paid yourself to stay in the trade. Here you go, Rad. Good job.
I mean, that average true range is massive right now. So we took advantage of it. We got at least a second target. Good job, Rad.
Coach has got your power exit point, guys.
$405 is the stop right now. Move it up 6 points. If we break through this area again, I would move it up to 419, right below this little, a swing is starting to form here. So the market says either I'm going to keep going up or I'm going to start heading down toward the first touch rule. First touch rule is still a buy area, but again, we want to protect ourselves on this trade. Now, if you're a big swing trader, you'll stay long throughout the whole thing. You're not going to get out unless the white line is broken, but I want to lock in my green. So 407 is the stop now. Uh-oh, we might get stopped out. We'll see. We'll see. Don't know.
Uh-oh.
Hate to get out of trades that are working. And we're flat.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Good job. Now, did everybody get at least one out in that 450, 440 area before getting stopped out? All right, that's the key. You know, you don't want to have 3 contracts, miss that 450, and then lose 60 points on a sell-off. That is unacceptable, because that's like trading with a 60-point stop. Not a good idea. But if you're holding one for higher, great. Now, this wasn't my Crable entry. There were two entries here. Remember, Coach Brian called a W trade, and then we had what? We had a 30-minute breakout on top of that. So what if you only did the 30-minute breakout? You don't want to keep your stop at 407. Now, here's the original breakout. Here's how you do this, right? Everybody familiar with it? Buy stop here. Sell stop where? Now, if it breaks this low, guys, what do you think of this? What do you think if it breaks the 30-minute low? Is that a short?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So Coach Brian called a long at the W, right? And then that ran up and then became a buy stop where? Where was this high? On the 30-minute breakout range. For what? Did anybody do it? 433, right? We'll go over that also in class. 30-minute breakouts. When you do them, when you don't do them. By the way, you don't do them every day.
No. I think I've done 2 since I've been with you, Coach.
I know.
Not my favorite trade.
You know, it happens. Technically, it happens earlier, Glenn. But again, how do you know? So I don't start looking for the 30-minute reversal, the 10:30 reversal until around 10:30.
I mean, yesterday it technically started around 10:14.
Yeah.
So.
But certainly not 10 o'clock, because we could have a 10:30 reversal by the market going down to 29,200 and then reversing from there. So again, I want to see what's happening at 10:30. Are we near an extended high or low? What if you're in the middle? In other words, at 10:30, what if we're trading at 29,320? I wouldn't do anything then, right?
What kind of reversal is that?
Yeah, it's right in the middle. It's not reversing anything. Here's the interesting thing, guys. We went short exactly. Here's how a market has a memory. Does everybody remember where we went short on that massive sell signal? Remember, Bill, you had a question. Bill, my question to you, you never answered that. Did you go short at that 830 number? And then you asked, does that have an influence? I said, not really. Right here, we went short. And I mean, that was the trade of the day. So what happened? Market came up to there, and people who went short before up in here said, hey, I think I'll give that a shot again. All right. Yeah. But you see, this really has no bearing on everything else, because the market went down and then buyers started coming in here. So all you could say is trend is up. Sellers who sold the last time here shorted again. Other people who went long got nervous when it hit that sell area. And guess what? 433 was the Crable long, which, got up to 22 points. So that still wasn't bad. Now, again, you could see the market's dynamic. A lot of stuff is happening. Where did Coach Brian take you long? 373, right? Right here. So if you looked at this trade, here's your W. 374. Where did I get stopped out on? 407. Right here. Remember where we had a trailing stop? That was this trade. Somebody said, well, you know, what if you went long at 433 and got stopped out there? That would be a loss. But we were already long from here. Do you guys recall this? We were long from there, rode it up there, bought more on the pullback, rode it up to 453. That's amazing top, huh? We called on the tape reading. And then our trailing stop got stopped out there. Then there was an M. Lots of stuff happening. Do you trade everything? No. Are you aware of each setup? Absolutely, you should be. So now you got a little tiny W type of trade again right here, don't you? Right above that resistance there, which is 393, right? And I know the most difficult part of my day is occurring right now. Who wants to guess what that is? I have no help here. And what? I need a second cup of coffee.
Uh-oh.
How do you brew or pour a second cup of coffee and bring it back to your trading desk with a walker?
Good job, David. Know your stop, David. Make sure you locked in profits, David.
You do a balancing act.
Should be flat now, David.
Yeah, if you took this little W here, guys, you could have grabbed a few ticks, quick profit, and brought your stop right back to break even at 93. And nice little profit in the bag. Actually, I don't need a walker now. I'm using it for balance.
I was going to say,
I actually
walked a mile yesterday.
Yeah, one of the other day, I mean, I got up before the therapy guy came here, and like I walked to the door, and he's like, "Oh, you're walking without a walker." I said, "No, I got it right here. Where the hell is that thing?" And I had to walk around the alley. I didn't know where I left it. I forgot. I actually forgot. So, but he thought it was still a good idea, you know, because different muscles I'm not used to using. I had no right calf muscle for like 3 years. And now it's like there's feeling coming into it. So all of a sudden I'm pushing off on the right foot. And I don't expect that. It's like, so all of a sudden I'm going to the left.
Listing
Before,
to
it
the
was like
left.
dragging the right leg. It's weird. All this weird crap is happening.
You're just walking, thinking you're going in a straight line, and you're just drifting off to the left.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, if somebody stopped me for D-Wee, forget it. You know, I'd be like, can you put one foot in the other? No. Clang, go down. I was thinking about that, you know, drive that, have a cop pull you over, fall down, and then sue the department for thinking you're drunk when you had back surgery. That would be $1 million settlement. That, you know, you're trained first to look for other signs of drunk. Do you smell alcohol? Well, no, he was driving erratically. Did he tell you that he had back surgery? Yeah, but I didn't believe him. How much insurance does your department have? Look at the sideways movement on the 15 range, guys. All right, I will be back, hopefully. If you hear a big loud crash, got to go and get that coffee.
All right.
Yep. How
Just,
about like a 10-minute break?
Michael on. If we hear a crash, we'll call 911 for you.
You got it. First of all, before I leave, is everybody green this morning? I love to hear that. Dave and Mike, Denise, Diedrich, Glenn, Robert's still green. Robert's not going to get red because he's done for the day. Chanel, good job. Because Coach and I stand ready for the rehab team. Red to green is our
team.
Yeah.
As you want to look. I mean, you look at this. We call it narrow dragon snout, but we are consolidating, which means that these guys are trying to figure out which side they want to play it.
Great job, Mahoney, Glenn, Team Slayton. Great job.
Guys, just be patient here. Be patient. Oh, dang. Just saw your message, Stuart. Sorry about that. Well, we got to be patient now. Just be patient. It's Coho. It's not indicators. If you watch the videos, Coho, there's a series of videos that tell you how to install it and set it up. You have to make sure your chart trader is on, Coho. Go back to the page where you, the Sakasa page, it has the instructions on it. Go to the main site, follow the instructions on that page, Coho. There was a Sakasa sell signal there. Again, I think it's prudent for us to be patient, guys. Let's let this consolidation play out real quick before making any rash decisions. We still only have had a few spurts since the open in one prolonged period of time with the run up. And then since then, ticks have struggled to get above zero. since the run up, we've had few little spurts above zero on the tick chart, guys. So just looking, glancing around, talking through what we're looking at, guys. This is a moment where we got to be patient. I mean, this is where newbie traders get chewed up. They're thinking they're going to buy pullbacks, and all of a sudden it just keeps going down. People that are looking on the short side are trying to sell at the lows, and it goes back up. So we got a little fake out breakout. Looks like if it can break this low coming, I will short at the lows. It is counter trend. It is counter trend, guys. I did do a counter trend short. Yeah, it's in strategies, Coho. But watch the videos, Coho. You got to watch the videos on setting it up. Please watch the videos. Have you watched the videos on it, Coho? There's an instruction page on the main website. All right, good deal. All right, Coho.
Okay, I'm back and I didn't spill anything.
Hey.
Not much has changed.
No, I took a little sell stop, coach. That was it. Little
Yeah,
quick
yeah,
time
I see
finish.
that little M there, right?
Yeah.
About what 47 or so, right there.
That was it.
Yeah, looks like it's getting a little weaker. The more of the ticks are below zero. Now, here's an interesting one, guys. If the momentum were down, which it's not yet, this 371 would be a first touch rule short. It's coming right up to there, but the momentum's up, so it's a little finicky. You know, do you take that? It's a little weird. But this, you see the white line on the right chart right there? That normally is a first touch rule short, but usually only after the momentum is turned down. So you'd have like a sell limit at 371. Still in this range bound.
The outer range bound.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, what's keeping me away right now is the you know, what's the biggest red flag to any trades right now for anybody? like saying, I don't want to go long, I don't want to go short. Paul said, and Scott said, average true range, the volatility. Do you want to trade when every 2 minutes the market's moving 50 points? I see one person said, it was red, right? Krug. So what do we do? He gave it to Team Slayton. So what, we're going to go over that tomorrow in class. Krug, are you set up for class? Trading class? Either the regular one or the elite one? Because I'm going to go over that. In other words, everybody wonders, I always get this. They say, wow, Coach Brian said, we're going to get you green. And how come you guys always do that? How can you do that? What's your secret? We're going to go over our secrets, what we do for the remedial trading class. How do we actually get you guys green?
Magic.
Yeah. And we're going to tell you, right now it's magic. We're going to tell everybody it's magic so they get all curious. But actually, we'll teach you the step-by-step thing we do, or secrets to getting you guys green. I mean, honestly, it's a ridiculous. I lost $8,000, and we're not going to be able to do that. But if you got red on a couple of mistimed trades,
ill-advised.
Yeah, there's a couple of things you can do right away. I'll give you a hint on the first one. Is Krug? Krug, are you there? Because Krug was said, I gave my money to Team Slayton, which that's what happens. And I appreciate the comments, because without telling us, we can't help you. So number one, I want to thank Krug
for being honest.
Yeah,
putting it out there. We are here to help, guys. I mean, I know it's embarrassing to say you're red with everybody else saying they're green.
Yeah.
But I can tell you one thing: we're going to help you get green if you're red.
Yep.
And it might be worth the price of admission to make it to class sometimes.
Yeah, because the market will take your money faster than we will. We take a whole month to take your $99 and $279. The market will take $500 on you in 3 minutes.
Yeah. No time.
When Krug comes back, we'll give you the first of many secrets that we use. Anybody want to guess what the first thing? Because we've gone over this in private lessons with many of you. What's the first thing we're going to ask if you say, oh man, today I'm red?
Whoa, what is the first thing?
Paul S. stops. Did you log your trades and how much were your stops? It's actually a combination, because we want to see what were your stops. Can't tell if you don't know. So you got to log your trades, and in the log, want to see what, if you took one 300-point stop, well, there's your answer. You don't need me to tell you I got blown out. All three trends are up right now. But what if you've had 6 trades and you use, 40-point stops? Well, then the first thing I'm going to say is you got to go back to 25-point with 30-point stop maximum. Wants to play tick, tick, boom on the buy side.
I'm game for that.
Yeah.
You are welcome, David. Hopefully, you'll become a member. If you like what we've been doing, you've been watching us on YouTube for a while. I think you get the idea that we kind of do things in a profitable fashion. Glad you're here, David. Glad you're here.
Okay, right now on low ticks, I'm long. My trailing stop right now, I moved it up to 411. $414. Anyone long right now?
Yep.
Just keep trailing.
Followed you. Tick, tick,
Yep.
boom. Low tick, read long.
417. 420. 22 is the trailing stop. I'm going to leave it there. I only have one left. 422 stop. May or may not get hit. We don't care.
What is the best time for a tick, tick, boom?
Usually in consolidation. Yeah.
Yep.
When you see that snout, and if it's going up and down in a certain room. Now, obviously, you could do a short tick, tick, boom, but it's a little scarier, like in this situation when the market's moving up. And there it goes. All right, let's move that stop up from 422. How about 440? Who's still long? Who is still long? Kamisha. Anyone else? David Elliott. Good job. Rich. Tick, tick, boom.
There we go. Tick, tick. And this is the boom part, right?
Yep. Can't lose. Good job, Diedrich. You might be the second person to come out here for personal one-on-one training from Sweden since 2006. You have two choices, Northern Florida or Southern Florida.
You could do a, oh, that's right. I forgot to mention that this morning. When we get out of this trade, we'll go through that guy.
You're going to get the exact same stuff from either one of us.
Yep.
We call it dueling coaches. If I tell you guys, there are traders, like last night, I had a great talk with Sean, and he consults with both of us. Sean will speak with Coach Brian. For me, I talked to him. I said, in terms of short-term trading and risk analysis for making sure you don't lose, Coach Brian is number one in my list. Oh. And he said, well, Coach Brian said, talk about scale-up trading. Okay, so we talked about scale-in trading. So you see, different traders are not going to, will benefit by different people. But guess what? We both talk about risk.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what kind of, you want to do a scale-up trade? Well, you better not risk more than 1 or 2% of your capital. That's the first question I'll ask. How much percent was your drawdown? The other element, which really is the key issue, whether you decide to train with Coach Brian or myself, and it's no insult to either one of us. Do you like dogs or cats? That's it.
We'll be in the office if you're doing a one-on-one here. I can leave.
If you like cat fur, dander, and cats sleeping like on your computer, then come here. What if you're allergic to cats? Then you might want a dog jumping all over.
I can bring the dog into the office. You guys.
They'll help keep you right. You get bitten if you get a stop more than 31 points, you get nipped.
They can smell it. I've trained them.
They smell fear.
I've trained the puppy to smell the fear in you.
Yeah.
She will bite you in a heartbeat.
Everybody should be flat on that boom trade, right?
Yes, sir. Good job, everybody.
The only thing we ask, two things, and that's why, some people just sign up and they want to come down and trade with us. I don't advise that. What we advise, at least read your 2 books. Trading in the Zone, it's like a textbook, and high probability trading. Go through at least our 6 setups, understand what our methodology is, and have notes. You don't just come here with your bathing suit.
That's what I do.
Yeah, we can do it. We've got tons of notes. Yeah, we got tons of notes, guys.
I show up there with nothing but bathing suits and flip-flops.
Yeah. Yeah. The only way you do that, if you're like Jimmy Buffett, you want to learn to day trade, then you can show up with a margarita or something. Jimmy Buffett would probably be a good day trader. He'd be relaxed anyway.
He would be.
Yeah.
You guys are looking at First Touch Rule Long. Make sure, please, to confirm it with something else.
Yep, your stochastics are low now, especially on the 15 range and 133. 3 minutes, the ticks have been below 0. So there's your sell programs. When they end, you could get the market to bounce and go back up. We're right in the middle range of this previous hour high and low. If you look at it, guys, on this, it's almost like a doji candle on the 60-minute chart. There's your low. There's your resistance. And got into that 400 area.
Yeah, I mean, you get a good clean stochastic hookup. You could do the long, I think, right, Coach?
Yep. But check yourself. If you've traded 10 times already, I would say, you know what? Wait for another 15, 20 minutes. Wait for the 2-minute stochastics to catch up. You have plenty of time to trade. We said this. Remember when everybody thought the first 6 minutes you're going to miss out on a trade. Let's say you went short 4 minutes into the trading session. 4 minutes into the trading session, the market was at 29,182. What if you said, well, I can't wait because I'm missing this great opportunity to go short. You went short here. You just got destroyed. Market's down 100 points from its high of 1030 by the 1030 reversal. So we had a question on the 1030 reversal. Reversal from the high. An aggressive short would be a sell stop right now at 377. Aggressive.
Very aggressive. I've taken very few trades today. Happy with it though.
Yeah, they've been amazing trades, guys. We just don't want to give our profits back to the market. We've earned it.
Everybody's done pretty well. Who is it that needs rehab? How many ticks do you need,
Yeah.
rehab person? Just how many ticks do you need? Who was it? Don't you remember who it was?
Well, Robert nailed one.
No, who needs some rehab?
Oh yeah, CK, Krug,
Krug.
CF Krug.
Krug, if you're here, let us know how many ticks you need.
Yeah, I was asking Krug earlier. There was no answer. Krugster, where are you?
Krug left.
Is a high tick short. And there's your first target.
Hey.
365. Boom. Die, you dirty.
I
Bring
have
your
to
stop
admit,
to 367. I'm flat. Okay. So I shorted one at 377, added at 380 right here at 385, and we covered down here.
I did your sell stop, coach.
It's fun.
It's fun. Got that, Paul?
Like to see the momentum turn down, and then we take out the daily pivot. Then all these buyers, like yesterday. Remember yesterday, guys? Who remembers yesterday? 528, our first sell target, and then it went a little above that, and in the afternoon, the market just collapsed. So the first part of the morning, yeah, Tony, what you do is you set sell stops when the market's going down, as it is now, buy stops when the market's going up. So are you familiar with the 1030 reversal, Tony? Remember we talked about that? Well, there's two things you can do. You can either just short it at 1030 once you see the market coming down. How about using the 15 range? Or how about using Sakasa?
Or you can use M's and W's.
Or an M and W. You know how to draw an M and W. Or we said you could put a sell stop where? 377. Remember? I said that about 6 minutes ago. An aggressive short, you put a 377 sell stop. So just follow the verbal and written instructions.
I pass on the great W that I called, and I'm taking the aggressive short.
Yeah.
Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Unless you are an experienced trader. And here's the other thing, guys. Here's the deal. Why don't you get good at a couple of our basic trade setups first before taking the aggressive trades?
Yeah, everybody wants tick fades and stuff like that. It's like, why go to the end of the line? Why not just start at the beginning? I know it's dessert. Everybody does, do that in a cafeteria.
Anybody in the short?
Chocolate cake first.
Moving my stop down some.
Good job, coach.
Anybody still in the short?
All right. Scott. Kamisha.
Nice, Scott. Nice, Kamisha.
Fred, of course.
Nice job, guys. I got 357. There you go, Glenn. That's a good little chart.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much else you can do, right? Unless you're dealing with options.
It's all right, David. Many more trades will come along. There's always another bus coming. Always another bus.
You got it.
Patient.
Another thing, Tony K, what you can look at is, like, let's say right now, your job would be to project a support area. So figure out in advance, where should the market find support? How do you do that?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our live stream this morning. This is Paulina from Liberty Trading Club. If you'd like to join us live in the trade room, please visit libertytradingclub.com and sign up for your free 3-day trial. During your trial, you'll have access to our live trade calls in the trade room, as well as participate in chat to ask questions and have coaches answer your questions for you. After your first 3 days, it's only $99 a month to be a member of the trade room. Please like, subscribe, and share.